silent pulse tonight. Be the rhythm holding back the tide. In the dark when I can't see myself, be the heartbeat I can't find in anyone else. Can you feel my silent pulse tonight? Be the rhythm holding back the tide. When I'm fading into my own mind, pull me back into a softer time. In the dark when I can't see myself, be the heartbeat I can't find in anyone else. I'm still lying here between the questions, tracing hope in shadows on the wall. The quiet feels a little less like danger now, like maybe I don't have to run at all. Take this panic from my lungs, turn it into softer sounds. Take the shaking in my hands, lay it in your open palms. If I fall apart in two, let my broken rhythm lead me back to you. Can you feel my silent pulse tonight? Be the rhythm holding back the tide. When I'm fading into my own mind, pull me back into a softer time. In the dark when I can't see myself, be the heartbeat I can't find in anyone else. Street lights dim, but I keep breathing slow. Reverbs linger as the night lets go. In the hush, my fear begins to fade. Silent pulse and quiet hands, I'm safe.
City lights are dripping down the window. Every color feels a little bruised. I'm a glass heart on a shaky table. One word and I'll come unglued, holding in the things I never say. I've been smiling like a practice reflex. Cracks are hiding underneath my skin. I keep joking just to change the subject. Every laugh a way to keep you out, but secretly I want you to step in. If a shadow, would you stay right here? Pick up all the edges of my fear. I'm afraid to let you see this break, but I'm tired of pretending I'm okay. This is my glass heart evening. I'm see-through, barely breathing. If I fall apart in your quiet light, will you hold me through the fragile night? This is my glass heart evening. I'm see-through, barely breathing. If I fall apart in your quiet light, will you hold me through the fragile night? I don't trust the way I feel so empty, but I'm softer than I was before. I'm not asking for a perfect rescue, just a reason not to lock the door. Let the pieces hit the floor. Keep your footsteps at my door. If I'm scattered in the dark, find the center of my heart. Take the edges cut and torn, make a window where the pain was born. This is my glass heart evening. I'm see-through, barely breathing. If I fall apart in your quiet light, will you hold me through the fragile night? This is my glass heart evening. I'm see-through, barely breathing. If I fall apart in your quiet light, will you hold me through the fragile night? When I'm tired of always staying strong, be the arms that say I still belong. Reflections fade, the neon melts away. Long river of trails of words I couldn't say in the quiet, with these shards in hand. I'm less alone than I had planned. Drifting and my thoughts are screaming. Blanket heavy but I can't find sleep. I'm somewhere between awake and dreaming, where the secrets of my chest all leak. In the corners that I never sweep, ceiling spins like a faded halo. Dust like stars in the TV glow. Every question feels like it's repeating on a loop I can't control, in a language only you might know. I don't always say your name out loud, but my heartbeat calls you through the sound. Every sigh that slips into the air feels like half awake, unfinished prayer. These are my half-awake prayers in the dark, floating like smoke from a restless heart. If you're listening past the buzz in my head, catch every word I never said. These are my half-awake prayers in the dark, floating like smoke from a restless heart. If you're listening past the buzz in my head, catch every word I never said. I'm not good at holy conversation, but I'm trying just to stay here still. If my silence counts as reaching out, let it pull me closer to your will. If I can't find the words tonight, hear the trembling in my mind. Every heartbeat, every tear, let it all be worship here. Take this broken, sleepless song, make it somewhere I belong. These are my half-awake prayers in the dark, floating like smoke from a restless heart. If you're listening past the buzz in my head, catch every word I never said. In the spaces where my courage ends, read my silence like a call for friends. glow fades in the blue-gray air. Echoes ring like a distant prayer. 3 a.m. dissolves into something new, and I feel a softer light come through.
I've been living in a low grade thunder, storm inside that never really breaks, carrying a sky that's always heavy, waiting for a sound that never shakes. But tonight it's not as loud as yesterday. There's a softness in the way you find me, in the spaces where I hate myself, like a whisper moving through the static, telling me I'm more than what I felt. And I don't know why, but I exhale. Something small is burning through the dark, lighting up the corners of my heart. Not a fire, just a steady spark, but it's more than I had at the start. There's a flicker in my chest tonight, tiny but it's starting to rewrite all the stories where I always fall. You're the glow that doesn't fade at all. There's a flicker in my chest tonight, tiny but it's starting to rewrite all the stories where I always fall. You're the glow that doesn't fade at all. I still feel the ache of old disasters, but it doesn't own the whole room now. Pain is here, but hope is growing louder. I don't know the way, but I'll allow. Take this ember, guard it close. When the wind of doubt blows cold, let it burrow in my bones, make my fear a stepping stone. I don't need to see the end, just stay brighter than my dread. Ooh. There's a flicker in my chest tonight, tiny but it's starting to rewrite all the stories where I always fall. You're the glow that doesn't fade at all. There's a flicker in my chest tonight, tiny but it's starting to rewrite all the stories where I always fall. You're the glow that doesn't fade at all. If tomorrow tries to kill this flame, calls me by my name. If tomorrow tries to kill this flame, be the spark that calls me by my name. River fades, but the warmth remains. Gentle light running through my veins. In the dark, I don't feel so misplaced. Flicker in my chest, a quiet grace. I've been drowning in my own distractions, volume up so I don't hear my soul. Every playlist, every open tab, just a way to never lose control of the storm I never let unfold. I'm addicted to the constant buzzing, notifications like a second skin. If it's quiet then I hear my heart ache, so I let the chaos flood me in. But I'm tired of never breathing in. Tonight the speakers finally blow, and there's
me to go. All the noise is cracking at the seams, and I'm alone here with my dreams. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there, fill my empty chest. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there and fill my empty chest. In this hush, my fears sound different, less like monsters, more like cries. Maybe I don't need more volume, maybe I need honest eyes. Strip away the static in the sound, let my garden armor hit the ground. If I shake inside this empty room, let your peace come flooding through. When the quiet feels too loud to bear, turn it into whispered prayer. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there and fill my empty chest. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there and fill my empty chest. When the echoes start to scare me more, be the stillness I've been waiting for. When the echoes start to scare me more, be the stillness I've been waiting for. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there and fill my empty chest. I'm running out of noise to kill the pain, running out of ways to hide my shame. If the silence is the only thing that's left, meet me there and fill my empty chest.
The room is dark but not completely. There's a sliver cutting through the blind, like a silver thread across the ceiling, running past the corners of my mind, showing me the dust I've left behind. I thought hope was all or nothing, fire absence blaze red. But tonight it's just a quiet glimmer, fragile as a single match, still enough to break the black. If I follow this thin trembling line, will it pull me out of my own spine? Somewhere softer than the night, where my fear runs out of fight. There's a thread of light pulling on my soul, tiny but it's something I can hold. If I hang on when everything feels wrong, maybe I'll find where I belong. There's a thread of light pulling on my soul, tiny but it's something I can't hold. If I hang on when everything feels wrong, maybe I'll find where I belong. I don't need the sun to flood my window, oh, just a reason not to turn away. This small light is quiet but it's honest, so I let it lead the way. Wrap it around my shaking hand, got me through these sinking sands. Tie it to my fragile faith, when I'm lost don't let it break. If my doubts pull from the other side, till I rise up. There's a thread of light pulling on my soul, tiny but it's something I can't hold. If I hang on when everything feels wrong, maybe I'll find where I belong. There's a thread of light pulling on my soul, tiny but it's something I can't hold. If I hang on when everything feels wrong, maybe I'll find where I belong. When the darkness tries to cut it through, stitch my heart back into you. There's a thread of light pulling on my soul, tiny but it's something I can't hold. If I hang on when everything feels wrong, maybe I'll find where I belong. When the darkness tries to cut it through, stitch my heart back into you.
Every word I've heard about myself bounces in my head like broken glass. You're too much and you're never enough, playing like a tape from the past. Lay like a choir of doubt. I've been living in these second voices, letting every echo set the tone. But when everything goes quiet for a moment, I hear something deeper, not my own, calling from a place I've never known. Underneath the echo of my fear, there's a softer sound I'm starting to hear. Not accusation, not regret, just the love I haven't met. Underneath the echo, there you are, whispering I'm more than all my scars. When the noise is telling me I'm wrong, your quiet truth becomes my song. Underneath the echo, there you are, whispering I'm more than all my scars. When the noise is telling me I'm wrong, your quiet truth becomes my song. I still hear the old lines try to haunt me, but they're weaker when I hear your tone. Every time I lean into the silence, I feel less alone. Turn down all the memories that sting, let your kindness be the loudest thing. When the old tape starts to spin again, erase the lies with better plans. Underneath the words I used to trust, speak a future bigger than my dust. Underneath the echo, there you are, whispering I'm more than all my scars. When the noise is telling me I'm wrong, your quiet truth becomes my song. Underneath the echo, there you are, whispering I'm more than all my scars. When the noise is telling me I'm wrong, your quiet truth becomes my song. In the reverb of my deepest shame, let me hear you call my name. Delays ring out and slowly fade, old reflections start to wash away. In the calm between the distant tones, I find a voice that sounds like home. I'm tired of holding my own weight, acting like I never break. 1,000 brittle walls to prove I never needed help. But in the dark at 3 a.m. I'm not that strong with just myself, and pretending doesn't really help. If I let go of all control tonight, will I crash or will I find the light? If I loosen every grip I've made, will you meet me in the fall? I'm afraid. Let me fall to you, not through the floor. Catch me where I've never been before. If I break apart in your soft hands, maybe that's where I can finally stand. Let me fall to you, not through the floor. Catch me where I've never been before. If I break apart in your soft hands, maybe that's where I can finally stand. I'm not asking for an easy answer, just a place my soul can land. If surrender is the only way out, then I'll give up what I planned. Strip my pride and all my fear, leave me with your presence here. If I'm shaking, let it be the moment you're remaking me. Take the weight I never could, turn it into something good. Let me fall to you, not through the floor. Catch me where I've never been before. If I break apart in your soft hands, maybe that's where I can finally stand. Let me fall to you, not through the floor. Catch me where I've never been before. If I break apart in your soft hands, maybe that's where I can finally stand. When I'm free falling with nothing left, hold my heart inside your chest. Something new. Let me fall to you, not through the floor. Catch me where I've never been before. If I break apart in your soft hands, maybe that's where I can finally stand. When I'm free falling with nothing left, hold my heart inside your chest. I used to think I was only chaos, a hurricane behind my eyes. Thought my mind was just a crowded freeway with no brakes and too much pride, always running from the inside. But lately there's a different silence, hidden underneath the noise I make. When I stop and let my breathing settle, I feel something deep awake, a stillness I can't fake. In the center of my restless mind, there's a place where fear runs out of lines, and the voice that always asked why me falls quiet in a bigger piece. You're the quiet inside me, where the panic starts to leave. When the world is loud and I can't think, you're the calm where I can finally sink. You're the quiet inside me, where the panic starts to leave. When the world is loud and I can't think, you're the calm where I can finally sing. I don't have to have it all together to be safe inside this space. Even with my trembling questions, I feel wrapped in quiet grace. Be the breathing in my lungs when my worries weigh a ton. Be the pause quiet inside me, where the panic starts to leave. When the world is loud and I can't think, you're the calm where I can finally sink. You're the quiet inside me, where the panic starts to leave. When the world is loud and I can't think, you're the calm where I can finally where the panic starts to leave. When the world is loud and I can't think, you're the calm where I can finally sink. When I feel I'm breaking at the seams, hold my fears inside your peace. Moonlight spilling across my ceilings, soft and silver like a cure. Every shadow looks less threatening than it did the nights before. Something in the dark feels pure. Scars that used to burn like sirens now are just a part of me. Not erased but somehow softer, like they've learned to let me breathe, and they don't define what I can be. I don't know the moment it began, but I feel a gentle unseen hand turning on my tightly wound up pain into something growing in the rain. This is my moonlit healing, slow and quiet, barely seen. Not a miracle at once, just a steady, softer scene. This is my moonlit healing, slow and quiet, barely seen. Not a miracle at once, just a steady, softer scene. I still ache when no ghosts visit, but they don't control the room. There is room now for some light alongside all the gloom. Let the night air wash my mind, leave the fear I've held behind. If the healing's just a thread, tie it around my heart instead. I don't need a sudden change, just your presence in my pain. This is my moonlit healing, slow and quiet, barely seen. Not a miracle at once, just a steady, softer scene. This is my moonlit healing, slow and quiet, barely seen. Not a miracle at once, just a steady, softer scene. In the silver shade of night, I'm still broken, but alright. Rough patch, shimmer like reflected stars. Guitar lines drift like passing cars. The night exhales calm and deep. Moonlit healing rocks me into sleep.
My fear has always been my anchor, keeping me in shallow seas. Every step towards something better pull me back onto my knees. I believed that I was always least, but lately I have seen the surface cracking where the light comes through. In the cracks I find a promise that I'm not alone in what I do, and the chains don't hold like they used to. In the place between my doubt and faith, I can feel a different way, pulling me beyond my walls to the place my fear dissolves. Leave me where my fear dissolves, where the shame no longer calls, where the voices in my head grow still, and I can trust a better will. Take me to that softer shore, where I'm not defined by war. I still shake when I start walking, but I'm moving just the same. With each step the weight gets lighter. You're the courage in my veins when anxiety begins to rise. Be the truth behind my eyes when my heart beats like a drum. Tell my spirit you're not done. If I tremble, let it be from the freedom touching me. Leave me where my fear dissolves, where the shame no longer calls, where the voices in my head grow still, and I can trust a better will. Take me to that softer shore, where I'm not defined by Take me to that softer shore, where I'm not defined by war. Leave me where my fear dissolves. Leave me where my fear dissolves. Swell like a gentle tide, pulling me from where I hide in the fading echoes of it all. I find the place my fear dissolves. 3 a.m. and all the streets are hollow. City humming like a distant hymn. Every window holds a quiet story, every soul alone within. But tonight I feel you closer than my skin.
I'm wrapped in blankets and unfinished questions. All the things I wish I understood. Yet somehow in the middle of the mystery, I can feel that I am still held good. Like the night was made for this quiet mood. This is not a church or crowded room. It's just me and this soft glow. But in silence, I can finally see you've built a sanctuary inside me. You're my sanctuary at 3 a.m. Where my heart can breathe again. When the world is sleeping, I'm not. You're the peace my anxious mind forgot. You're my sanctuary at 3 a.m. Where my heart can breathe again. When the world is sleeping, I'm not. You're the peace my anxious mind forgot. I don't need the answers all in order to rest my head inside your grace. Just a sense that I am fully known and still completely safe in this place. In the whisper of the air, I can feel you sitting there. Not with lightning, not with roar, just a love I can't ignore. Take my sorrow, take my doubt, hold them till the lights come out. You're my sanctuary at 3 a.m. Where my heart can breathe again. When the world is sleeping, I'm not. You're the peace my anxious mind forgot. You're my sanctuary at 3 a.m. Where my heart can breathe again. When the world is sleeping and I'm not. You're the peace my anxious mind forgot. When tomorrow feels too far to see, let this midnight refuge carry me. Long river fades into the dawn. Feet like halos drifting on. As the first light brushes every wall.